Now, I don't get why, videos of me sitting here talking, get more views than most of my other videos. Now, the ones I found interesting, the ones I enjoyed making, like the ones I did, the one I did at Estrella, Estrella Park a couple of weeks ago, and the one that I did at White Tanks, I did the waterfall hike. I really wanted to do that for a long, long time. It's not that far away. I can drive there in an hour's time. It's actually pretty, not close, but not like at Buc-ee's. At Buc-ee's, I can almost walk over there. At Buc-ee's is 10-15 minutes away. Estrella Park is probably 20 minutes away. But anyway, that's ones I enjoyed. That's ones I really thought would get, the one White Tank one has like 60 views, which is probably not too bad for one of my videos. Now I'm going to go back over there and do it again sometime. Maybe some cute, interesting chick close to my age wants to do the hike with me. But she doesn't have to have a YouTube channel. All she has to do is just want to do a video with me, at the White Tanks. That's ones I thought would get all the views. Now, the next I'm going to cover is Nigella for me. Now, she was on the next to last video, she's discussing her dental problems. Now, for me, I prefer to keep my aches and pains off of YouTube. That's just not the way that's how I make a YouTube channel for her. But she just wants to share her health problems, with her YouTube audience. And someone had commented on that video that she was, conducting a pity party, something like that. Now, what I would have commented to that person that made that comment said, well, I thanked them for their comment, but said, look, if you don't enjoy my content, go watch something else. Go watch somebody do urbex or Geisterjäger or music videos, anything else here on YouTube. If you don't like my videos. Let's see. I don't know. I would think about this next. But there was a guy, one of my customers from years and years ago. I worked on his air conditioner. I don't remember exactly what I did because that's been too long ago. But we were discussing what he had done. He was in the service. He was in the Navy. He was actually served aboard a submarine. And what he had done the absorption type refrigeration that they use on the nuclear subs. They got plenty of waste heat they can use to, that's all absorption needs to work is heat. And you got these subs, completely surrounded by seawater, so you can cool them real easy. Now, the ones they use in the subs that we work under a deep vacuum, they use lithium hydroxide, I think, and water. They pull into a deep vacuum. The water is refrigerant, and lithium hydroxide is absorbent. Unlike the little refrigerators that have little gas flames in there, like I can't remember. There's I don't Dual-Therm doesn't make one. Dometic makes one, and there's a couple other brands, but they're absorption, but they use ammonia, water, and hydrogen. The ammonia is refrigerant, water is absorbent, and hydrogen forms a balance pressure, to make everything work. They're kind of anyway, this guy that he looked at me, he said, if that were an absorption unit, I could figure it out and fix it because that's what he'd worked on those subs. He said that's a compression type system, completely different. He had no knowledge of it. But what was funny, he said, when he went into service, his recruiter said, look, you can take your skills you can take your skills you will learn here in the service and put them toward a civilian practice, but there's just very, very little of that absorption type refrigeration. Not of the ones. Like I said, the ones they use in those little refrigerators is a slightly different setup than the ones they use on the nuclear subs. I know a little bit about them. I don't really work on a lot of absorption type. I've done a little bit, but not a lot on the absorption type refrigerators. Let's see. I was going to cover one more thing. Let's see. I'll get it later. Okay. Bye. Love you all.